How important is this offseason organizationally for the Chargers, knowing you still have Justin Herbert on his rookie deal?
What does the movement of these quarterbacks do to you? You got 3 of them in your division. How does that change your kind of game planning?
They see all these quarterbacks in the division. Russell Wilson just came. You got Derek Carr. Obviously, you got Patty Mahomes. We got to come get him.
The AFC West is stacking up, as you tweeted. It looks like an all-star game. Russell Wilson just was traded to the Broncos.
I think this is going to be crazy.
Here they go.
In this division. Okay, AFC West, we see you.
Hey, this is Tom Telesco with the Chargers.
Free agency, it's very unpredictable. You can't control everything. There's 31 other teams. You don't know what their thinking is. You have to have a couple different plans going in, but it's a lot of planning, a lot of preparation to lead up to that first day of free agency when you actually start calling agents to talk about players. But through that process, as you go through kind of January, February, early March, there's a lot of people involved.
You went back and evaluated the end of the season, were there certain areas that you looked at and said, we do want to improve in these areas as we head towards the offseason?
Yeah, I think that we were tactical in our approach, really like we were in year one, because offensively, I liked what we were able to do in our first season, and I think defensively, I liked a lot about what we established from a system standpoint. I think the big theme coming out of it was just we need to become a deeper team, a more complete football team. I think that those are the teams that make it to the end.
Hi, everyone. I'm Bridget Condon from the NFL Newsroom with some breaking news that we bring you here today. Khalil Mack is on the move.
Return of the Mack, Woody. The Chicago Bears are set to trade Khalil Mack to the Los Angeles Chargers.
I think this is big time with Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa coming off the edge. They see all these quarterbacks in the division. Russell Wilson just came. You got Derek Carr. Obviously, you got Patty Mahomes. We got to come get him.
So, Khalil, how did you first hear you're getting traded? What was your reaction when you found out it was the Chargers?
Oh man, I was surprised, man. Then my mind immediately went to my old ball coach, Brandon Staley, and understanding our relationship that he had when he was in Chicago, and we kind of kept in contact, seeing how each other were and how the kid, how him and his wife is. It's a beautiful thing, man. And I got excited.
Good push up the middle. It starts to close. Wilson goes down.
You got your piece, I think. Hey, I think he'll go give you a half.
I don't want it.
Let's say this score stays just how it is.
Yeah.
Shut the door.
Come on, man. All right, let's go. Man, I'm very excited, man. I'm very excited to play with Coach Staley, for Coach Staley. It's definitely going to be a pleasure, man. Just understanding what type of person he is overall, and how much he cares about the players, being our relationships. Just understanding the mindset, it makes it that much. The process that much easier for me coming to a new city, and understanding exactly who I'm dealing with.
Great to have you. Welcome. I'd like to tell you about our 22 paint back protection we had in New Orleans.
Oh, where?
Here, wherever you were, that's where the tight end went to chip you.
Oh, Pete.
That's respect, man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate it,
good
bro.
to see you.
Oh, How you doing?
Man.
Khalil Mack, you obviously were a part of the process to get that done, but when that finally is done, what is the feeling you have?
Just confidence. I felt like what I loved about the process was just how connected we were with, Dean and John Spanos in the lead, with Tom Telesco, Ed McGuire, us really attacking this off-season plan with our coaching staff. And, I think that when we were able to trade for Khalil, the message that it sends to your locker room, that sends to your fan base is that we're serious about being world champions. And then they followed me home. Hey, Khalil, John Spanos, our owner.
Welcome, man. Hey, welcome.
Thank you.
Oh, man.
Seeing Spanos.
Hey, how's it
Hey,
going?
how
are you? Brother? Thank you, man. Thank you.
What's up, man?
What's up, brother? How you doing? It's nice to meet you, man. Nice to meet you.
Happy to have you, man.
Man, I'm glad to be here, man. Glad to be here.
Man, you have no idea for the last year how many great things I've heard about you. Okay, from this guy right here.
Oh, absolutely.
So
man.
for this to come true, it was like,
Hey.
I mean, we're just ecstatic.
We're giddy.
Me too, man. I can't believe it.
You haven't been able to talk to this guy.
Yeah.
How happy he's been.
I believe it, man. It's a wonderful dude, man.
Yeah.
Great.
Glad to be here, though. For sure. It's
Now,
amazing.
I've been. I mean, it's not. They're not just saying it.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of been since I got here. You know,
Oh, yeah.
just going from the beginning. Really, at the interview, like
Yeah.
in the head coach interview.
Well, you know, it's like, you know, tell us about prototypes. Tell us about what you want these positions. Whole new defense for us, coming from the old. And so, like, your name would often come up. It's like, hey, you know, let's just get some guys like this. And it's like, Coach, they don't make a lot of guys like this.
Rare engineering, man. I told him, I said, rare engineering. I was like, you just got to see it. You got to see it to believe it. They're probably tired of hearing me say it. I was like, good. Now you can just see it. So.
Good luck, man. Hey, man.
The thing about Khalil is he shows you a lot better than he tells you. He doesn't like to be one of these guys that talks very much. He's going to show you with his example. And that example is going to speak as loudly as anyone I've ever been around.
Hey, sorry I can't get over there, but good to have you.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you, man. Looking forward to seeing you, man.
Yeah. I think you've energized the whole organization right now.
Hey, man. I'm energized as well. They energizing me, man. I'm ready to go already.
I think that free agency is about value, and then I think what we try to do is assess value within the position and make sure that we're not overpaying, for something, or buying something that you don't know a lot about. And I think what we were able to do when you trade for Khalil Mack is, I know him. He came to the Chicago Bears, and I was his position coach. And the way that we want to play on the edge, to me, he's the gold standard, of edge play in the National Football League, because he's a complete run defender, and he's got incredible makeup, incredible intangibles that I think are going to totally impact our entire football team, not just our defense.
How you doing, man?
Hey, good to have you.
Glad to be here.
Hey.
Glad to be here, man. Pleasure.
Quick, man.
You have to see it to know what I'm talking about, but I saw that firsthand. We were a top 10 defense in Chicago when he got there, and then we became the best defense. And guys had career years, because of the way that he plays and the way he performs on a daily basis, not just at the game.
Not only does he bring an element of pass rush, but he's going to help that rush defense. And more pressure you can get on Patrick Mahomes, the better. So absolutely, he'll help him close the window.
And that's what I felt like was so important to bring to our team, is a premium player in this league, one of the top players in the NFL, so that our whole team could see how he operates. Not just our defense, but it's Justin Herbert, it's Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Austin Eckler, it's everybody, Corey Linsley. It's everybody, being able to put their eyes on this guy.
The pressure that I put on myself, man, is unmatched. Man, he knows that. He knows that because he got to see it up close. Understanding that it's all about putting the work in. I seen a quote, Kobe Bryant quote, pretty much him saying that is the dream, you know what I mean? The work that you put in day to day, the brotherhood, the relationship that you form with people throughout these processes, and understanding that day-to-day work ethic and that day-to-day grind is the dream.
Chargers got Khalil Mack, of course. That's the move. You can print the posters, you can put it on the side of a building. You are done. But they're not done. They went out and get J.C. Jackson.
Okay, so Marcus, you're excited. Why?
AFC West, 4 really good quarterbacks. Yeah. Now a lockdown corner comes up.
No, I absolutely love this. A few weeks ago, we talked about what team should go all in, and I said the Chargers.
I think the big thing when you're team building is there's a difference between just collecting really good players and putting a team together that fits together, complements each other.
Corner and pass rusher, those are premium positions on defense. And I think that we were able to get, J.C. Jackson, who was the #1 corner in the market. And I thought that we got him for a very fair value as it compares to the top 5 to 7 corners in the league.
What's up, brother?
How you been, man? I was with, the guy that's the highest compensated player in the league in Jalen Ramsey. So I have a pretty good picture of what it looks like. And I think that that's what we did is comp this guy to the rest of the league. And I think that we did a lot of background on the guy. Let me get you, like, I still got my notes on you, man, because we took like 10 pages worth of notes on you because we watched every game for like 4 years. But if you'd have been here with us breaking you down, this is what I got on J.C. Jackson. Long, contested passes, feels big against big wide receivers, race to the hash, Miami 16, can close, bail, cushion race, plays well in and out of phase, knows when to turn and how to turn. You know when to turn, and then you know how to turn, whether into the guy or I get my head around, right? Physical, tackling the catch, strong, puts his body on people. He travels with elite players, Evans, Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, Diggs, Cooks, right? Elite bump and run player, inch technique, but he does get his hands on you. Stays connected on the top of the routes. Push-offs don't bother this guy. A strong tackler, durable, young, championship player, must have this guy.
Amen to that.
The Chargers never came up in any conversations me and my agent had until the last few days, the last couple of days.
And then when they did come up, excitement? Were you
excitement, of course. I was like, LA, of course. Let's go to LA. I mean, I love it out here in LA, man. I mean, you got everything here, man. Everything is here.
He's also a championship player. He's been in the playoffs 3 out of 4 years, and he's a Super Bowl champion. So we wanted players of that caliber and, you know, of that experience.
Who is the best cornerback in the NFL?
Today?
Yeah.
J.C. Jackson. No doubt.
You're about to play on a defense with Derwin James, Asante Samuel, Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack, and the list goes on.
Hey, you tell me about it. You tell me. You let me know how that sound.
Sounds pretty good.
Man, I never played with a bunch of guys like that. All on one team. That's crazy.
No specific unit has improved quite like the Chargers defense has in the early portion of this offseason. We've talked about all these names. Austin Johnson, another defensive lineman they added as well.
The Chargers also get Sebastian Joseph Day to go with Khalil Mack. Don't forget about him.
They could have stopped the Khalil Mack. So we're set. We can go to battle. No, they didn't.
Yeah, well, Austin Johnson and Sebastian Joseph, they bring some size up front. Some really big, powerful guys, long arms, can really fit the style that we're playing up front. So that's really going to help us out, not only in the run game, but, you know, getting to third down.
What Coach Staley likes to say, I think he says strong, ball and Jesse's, strong Jesse's or something like that. He always says something like that. So, you know what I'm talking about? It's so funny when he says that. But yeah, something like that. But yeah, he's got to be just a tough effort, man. Like, plain simple. What I bring, I just think I bring a grit, hard work, kind of that lunch pail mentality.
Mr. INT. I create turnovers.
And he throws intercepted. There's the turnover.
Defense will win a championship.
Hey, y'all know what we got to do, man. It's the opportunity.
So that's what I'm here for.
I think the relationship that he has with Derwin James was really critical.
Hey, good ball skills, boy. I see why your name Mr. INT, man. You booking.
We out here, man. Pro Bowl 22, man.
You know, DJ means so much to our defense, and being able to arm him. You know, a lot of people talk about quarterbacks getting them what they need. You know, and we want to arm Justin Herbert with as many weapons up front and out wide as possible. Well, I feel the same way about Derwin James. You know, arming him with as many weapons up front and out wide, you know, so that he can become, you know, the centerpiece of our defense.
Push back, push. Try to get cross, 3 crosses, 2 crosses, whatever it takes to get there. Try not to anticipate my calls, just work and react. Push, get out.
Don't want to join me? Go.
Yeah, so usually got like 16 guys here. So we're moving through it today.
Welcome to day in the life.
You've obviously had a couple years in the league, now signing this contract. Does it always feel like you've got something to prove? Like,
always, and I've always had that chip on my shoulder. I've always thought that I was overlooked, kind of, because of maybe the school I went to, and obviously we weren't winning at the time. We weren't, doing as well at the time. For the last couple years I was there, so I kind of feel like I got overlooked a little bit. So I always had that chip on my shoulder, that always carried with me for sure, yeah.
We're looking for, power at the point of attack. We're looking for versatility at the point of attack, guys who can play a lot of different positions.
Trying to pick his way around Sebastian Joseph Day. He cannot. Wilson in trouble, and down he goes, Sebastian Joseph Day.
When I was with Sebastian, we were the #1 defense in the league. We were the #3 run defense in the league. And he was in the middle of Aaron Donald and Michael Brockers. He also played in a lot of different places for us because he's got that type of position versatility.
There's no shortcuts to it, man. There's no shortcuts to it. Each and every day, you gotta put in the work, gotta put in the time. Winning just became ingrained in me, and obviously when Staley came, we took it to a whole nother level with the defense. So being able to win that Super Bowl just, makes you hungry, it makes you hungry. You want to do it again, you want that feeling again. You want to continue to grasp that moment again, and every time, you train or you work, that's always in the back of your mind because there's no better feeling.
AM 570 LA Sports. This is Petros and Money.
Tom Telesco is our guest. He is the GM of the Los Angeles Chargers. He's in his office. Happy St. Patrick's Day, Tom.
I'll tell you what, it's a good thing I like you guys. It's the first day of March Madness. It's St. Patrick's Day. I should be out of the office by now.
We're in Inglewood.
Yeah, so we're
okay.
We're burning at both ends as well.
Yeah, I mean, we're not sweating it either, Tom. So what's left? Like after you start, filling those gaps with the big free agents, a lot of fans just start high-fiving and they think that everything's done. But there's still a long process to go before you guys get to minicamp. Am I right?
Yeah, there is. I mean, I know free agency I started on essentially Monday, but really, I guess Wednesday. It never really ends. I mean, it just goes on through March into April because not everybody will sign. So something you're always working on.
Big news out there.
Big news. And by the way, Tom, I don't know if you saw this come across the high-speed sports wire.
We could break news.
But 6 minutes ago, Adam Schefter tweeted out that the Packers are trading Pro Bowl wide receiver Davante Adams to the Las Vegas Raiders.
I bet you're glad you're on with us.
Not kidding. That is from Adam Schefter, blue check, 33,000 likes, 25,000 retweets. Davante Adams to the Raiders for 2 prime 2022 picks. So the AFC West continues to get more and more
So
stacked.
basically, every superstar player is going to come in the AFC West this year.
Yes. Yeah,
All right.
exactly. So there we go. So it's a good thing you signed J.C. Jackson to try to square that away. They get Chandler Jones.
Sunday night football might as well just be AFC West football now.
Right? Get ready for 6 primetime games.
You can't help but notice what our division has done. You can't help but notice what the conference, the AFC in general, has done. It's competitive. And I know from our division, the teams that come out of our division and go in the playoffs, they're going to be really well battle-tested moving forward. We look at those teams, how do we match up with them? We have to look at them, how they match up with us. But it's going to be some exciting football in this conference this year.
The AFC West is stacking up, as you tweeted. It looks like an all-star game. Russell Wilson just was traded to the Broncos.
Right. And now we just continue to drop all these stars into this division. So whoever you think's going to win it, I know one thing. It's going to be must-see TV in the AFC West in 22.
This certainly is, if not the best division, one of them. But this offseason's been unique because of all these people joining up in this division, and it's names that everybody knows about, and that's what makes the NFL special, sports special, is competition. And that's what we've tried to do, is arm our team, tell our locker room, tell our fans that we're trying to compete to be world champions. And we built this team not just to win our division, but to beat everybody we play. not just everybody in our division, because what we're trying to do is set this team up to beat anybody. You know, regardless of the division, regardless of the conference, we want to build a complete football team. And I think that we're a lot closer to being that.
If you want to see more content like this, check out the link right here.